Okay guys, now we need to fix the back the same way. So now you can see that we're running out of space in here to connect this properly. It's a little bit too close, so you know the best way to do it would be to move them. Now we need to see how this looks from the side, okay? Because if I move them too far, it's gonna look, you know, kind of weak. Yeah. This is a really good position for it, but I could just, you know, stretch it maybe a little bit further and then, you know, add a tire in here, which will kind of equalize it. But I can't move it much further. So probably gonna do is increase this one in size to do something like that. Also remember that this back one will not be kind of, you know, I mean, turning. I mean, we could sort of add a little bit of a... in fact, you know what? We could actually move it outside. Maybe the same way as we did with the other one. So GX and move it outside. That would work. Like this, right? And then, you know, make this one a bit larger so it kind of fits the... and maybe not so tall, right? Something like that. So it's really massive, yeah? Really massive. Which would fit the wheel, and the wheel needs to be in the middle, which it isn't. So we need to move it a bit to the middle. So somewhere here, I suppose. More or less, right? Maybe. Maybe? Kind of like this. It's cool. You can just watch these two edges, you know. A little bit down here. There we go. Alright, so now let's remove the bevel from this one, so you know the cutter is not gonna have a bevel on it, because otherwise we're gonna have a problem. And sharpen this. And then this one doesn't have a bevel, and this one does have a bevel, so we need to remove it, okay? So we don't have this over there. Now, same as before. Now, we could actually, you know, make these back wheels turn a bit as well to, you know, increase the curvature of the turn, sort of make it a bit more sharp, make it more maneuverable, and we will need to introduce some, you know, some loops in here. So let me just lower this down a little bit, right? And how it looks in the front, it's taller here in the top part and lower in the bottom part. So we could actually make it a little bit taller and then sort of, you know, move it up like this, and it should work, kind of. Okay, and then we're going to drop a loop in here on the top and drop a loop here on the bottom. And I guess the density is similar, right? So we need probably quite a few loops in here, right? Like this. And we need quite a few loops in here as well, so that should do. And this one is a little bit too close. Let's move it a little bit, you know, a little bit further away. There you go. Cool. So GG, there we go. And now we could, you know, slice this, right? So let's slice this one first, like this, okay? And bevel and slash it and just move it through. There we go. And okay, so now before we do anything, we need to do the same trick as before. So we need to simply, you know, extract this part, right? So let's maybe select the one in the middle and Control plus this until we reach this area here. And this should be a little bit bigger, but we can always, you know, curve extract this, make it thicker, and then sort of, you know, make it taller, right? So kind of like this. And these wheels should be a little bit further away, so they're not so, you know, close to this mechanism. And then we need to sharpen this one. We already had the booleans running on in here, so all we need to do is simply slice it, right? So slice it like this. I can already see that the bottom's gonna be a little bit, you know, bottom could be a little bit longer, so we could just grab this bottom part, bottom faces, and simply GZ and, you know, move them down a bit, right? And then make sure that this one's a little bit taller, right? There we go. And grab this and grab this back part here, and we're gonna have to meld them together. But now you can see that this one needs to go far tall, you know, higher than this, unless we are cool with this kind of a setup in here, and I don't think we are. I think I'm just gonna bring it a little bit taller and make it similar to the one in the back, so you know, kind of like up here, and this should do. And then we're going to select the inner part, so these vertices, Shift D and P, and select this ring and go to the top view, and then select everything, F, and then go to face mode and E and extrude it down. And all we need to do is remove the boolean, go to top view, make it a little bit larger, and simply slice this, right? Difference, there we go. So now we are sorted, and we can now combine these two. So sharpen and combine these two together as a union, right? And sharpen, and let's see how we're looking. So let's apply a bevel, and this should be fine. So there is some kind of an issue in here on the edge. We could probably remove this one to dissolve edge. It's gonna cause problems. This one could go a little bit lower. We don't want to dissolve it, we're just gonna go lower on this one. And then let's grab an edge here and let's run it around all the way here. And then this one all the way here and here. And down to here, and Control B. And let's see how we're looking. We're looking pretty good. So make this bevel a bit smaller. Perfect. And now we need to fix all these problems here. So for example, this one, GG, and just move it a little bit down and salt it. It's actually pretty good combination here. Nice clean boolean. These could be moved here, no problem. These could be moved here. And yeah, we gotta sort these ones as well. And there you go. This should do, right? Cool. And here we're looking good. There's some problem in here, but we can fix this. What's causing the problem? Simply verts are being too close, so just combine them and you're done. And there's some issue in here, so simply this vert is too close. We could, you know, technically we could remove this, or maybe we couldn't. Let's combine these two here and combine these two and move this one away, and combine these two. That's way too close here, so we see this. Combine these two, and these ones are too close, so GG, move it away. Go to the other side, and we have some shading problems in here too. Just combine these two together and simply mark it sharp, should fix the problem. It didn't. Fascinating. Let's combine these and combine these. There we go. And fix these here, so GG, move them outside, combine these two, and there's some shading problem on the bottom, and we're good to go. Right? Cool. So that's that, and let's hide it to cutters, and this one to cutters as well. And now we're gonna combine these two, okay? So let's grab these two to local, and we already have these going on. Perfect. So select this one, make sure there's no bevel on it, and oh wait a minute, yeah, we're good. And union. Right, so same story, sharpen, bevel, and now we're gonna have to fix it. So hide this too. Well, just remove it for a sec. And now we need to, you know, clean this up. So like I said, it's the same thing. So we could do this and combine these. And combine these, Shift 1. Combine these. And this one is kind of cool, Shift 1. And combine these two. these two and these two and these. You know, we could do this and simply go with J here, and this should do, right? And then this one is too close, so GG, and this one is too close. These could be combined together, and this should be fine. Shift 1, Shift 1, Shift 1, and move it down. Combine it in here, these two, and combine these three together, and this should be okay. Double vert, Shift 1, move this one down as well. Shift 1, Shift 1, and there's a disaster in here as well, so GG, and combine them together. Maybe you could do this. I think it looks pretty decent, so... Well, it doesn't. There is a shading problem in here, so GG, and move it out, and maybe collapse them and combine it here. And actually I'm gonna collapse these like this. Should work. And if it doesn't, actually no, it doesn't, it's better this way. And this one is just too big. We need to slice it in half, and we still got problems in here, so I wonder if running an edge here wouldn't solve this. There we go. And these ones could be combined, these ones should be combined, or in fact maybe these two. This is problematic. This part in here, this one. Maybe this is better. Yep, okay, that will do. And same in the back, we can, you know, do the same trick here. So go from the back and slice it here. So X, one more time. X, come on. X and slash and sharpen and sharpen and select the face and just, you know, chamfer it a bit, and this one move it up, and we're going to move this one, this face, a little bit down, so GZ, then chamfer it and select this face in the middle and inset it and run it down, and then do the same thing, so Shift D and make it a bit bigger, but origin to geo, make it a bit bigger, remove the bevel and select this, and not this one, select this one and difference and hide it, and this one should be fine. So again, origin to geo, and you got the same situation as in the front, right? Cool. And now we need the bottom to do the same thing, so let's just inset it and extrude it and inset it a little bit and bring it up, and just a tiny chamfer on the bottom. There you go, and you got yourself. We could actually bring it a little bit down, so GZ and a bit down, a bit more maybe. So Control plus and bring this whole thing down a bit, just a little bit, yeah, like that. Yeah, okay, sounds good. Let's save it, and this should be done. Alright guys, so we're done with the wheels, I mean the connections to wheels, and basically, you know, this whole wheel structure. All these pivot points are sorted. So now the next step is gonna be the wheels, right, and maybe tires, etc. So thanks for watching, and catch you in the next video.